Those who win never give up. Those who give up never win. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. The older I grow, the more I distrust the familiar doctrine that age brings wisdom. Success awaits those who steadfastly commit to any requisite sacrifice. To succeed in life, you need 3 things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. The moon and the stars shine, even when the clouds hide the sunbeams. All is mystery, but he is a slave who will not struggle to penetrate the dark veil. Agitate him and ascertain the pattern of his movement. But only he who, himself enlightened, is not afraid of shadows. Everybody stay positive, no matter how negative life gets. Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value. When we are most alone is when we embrace another's loneliness. All I do is lie, and that has made me immune to compliments. Consideration for others is the basis of a good life, a good society. Better the comfort of a lie than the absurdity of the truth. If freedom is short of weapons, we must compensate with willpower. You never fail until you stop trying. A battering ram can knock down a city wall, but it cannot stop a hole. Different things have different uses. We are all insects, groping towards something terrible or divine. Winning isn't enough. The acme of all skill is to defeat your enemy before taking the field. A tiny change today brings a dramatically different tomorrow. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Thus the expert in battle moves the enemy and is not moved by him. The scholar does not consider gold and jade to be precious treasures, but loyalty and good faith. Without knowing the force of words, it is impossible to know more. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. It was easier to ask for forgiveness than it was to get permission. Everyone's greatest fantasy is to walk away from the life you lead. How quick come the reasons for approving what we like. Everything has its beauty, but not everyone sees it. You will do foolish things, but do them with enthusiasm. I finally figured out the only reason to be alive is to enjoy it. To touch the soul of another human being is to walk on holy ground. All things one has forgotten scream for help in dreams. How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. Be sure to place your feet in the right place, then stand firm. I was never aware of any other option but to question everything. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. I admire those who do good and expect nothing in return. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Never curse a fall. The ground is where humility lives. Monsters are real, and ghosts are real too. They live inside us, and sometimes they win. Honest is how I want to look. The truth doesn't glitter and shine. I always felt like you had to be important to have enemies. to a mind that is still the whole universe surrenders. They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same. We cannot change the cards we are dealt, just how we play the hand. Make improvements, not excuses. Seek respect, not attention. I kept always 2 books in my pocket, one to read, one to write in. Do more listening than talking. Talk more about them than about you. Remove the clowns from your life before you become one. Sometimes the best of God's gifts arrive by the shattering of all the window panes. Our lives can't be measured by our final years. Of this I am sure. Nothing makes a person happier than having a happy heart. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you've tried. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. A kind gesture can reach a wound that only compassion can heal. But the only way never to do the wrong thing is never to do anything. For every expert, there is an equal and opposite expert. If you remember me, then I don't care if everyone else forgets. A man should look for what is and not for what he thinks should be. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. If those who are sent to draw water begin by drinking themselves, the army is suffering from thirst. Invincibility lies in the defense, the possibility of victory in the attack. He who steals a belt buckle pays with his life. He who steals a state gets to be a feudal lord. The essence of knowledge is having it to use it. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up. But when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. Where you are in a few months depends on what you do today. There is no place where espionage is not possible. Health is hearty. Health is harmony. Health is happiness. A whetstone, though it cannot cut, may sharpen a knife that will. With regard to narrow passes, if you can occupy them first, let them be strongly garrisoned and await the advent of the enemy. Many things that don't really mean so much of anything are wonderful. When deeds and words are in accord, the whole world is transformed. He who pursues fame at the risk of losing his self is not a scholar. For them to perceive the advantage of defeating the enemy, they must also have their rewards. Rely not on the likelihood of the enemy's not coming, but on our own readiness to receive him. Don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. Those whose upper and lower ranks have the same desire are victorious. If everyone wants to be somebody, I want to be somebody else. I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. A seed neither fears light nor darkness, but uses both to grow. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. Being born is like being kidnapped and then sold into slavery. If you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place. Life would be unbearably dull if we had answers to all our questions. I never trust frank and simple people whose stories hold together. No one is too busy. It's only a matter of priorities. Talent hits a target, no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. Your life has a limit, but knowledge has none. If you use what is limited to pursue what has no limit, you will be in danger. For any sin, we all suffer. That is why our suffering is endless. Patience is the only way you can endure the gray periods. Where humanity sowed faith, hope, and unity, joy's garden blossomed. It's always the ones who are the quietest, who often have the greatest things to say. Search of truth is actually a search of strength to handle the truth. Behind every beautiful thing, there's some kind of pain. Flow with whatever may happen and let your mind be free.